Joe.
Guess how many times I had to go to work?
Oh, you know what? You're banned from this house.
I went to work Friday for 4 hours. Saturday there I was there for 6 hours. Sunday I showed up for like 4 hours. I'm like, geez, bro. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. We got Sean in here.
At a minute 20 to the start of the show.
Yeah. Myra's
Portugal and Spain today at 2 o'clock. USA and Belgium.
Yeah.
7 p.m.
Bossos. Real Bobby February's in the house. Sam Salinas. Good morning, everybody. I know Myra's recovering from yesterday. She was out there enjoying the festivities, cheering for Mexico.
Joe, we had a fantastic barbecue on 4th of July over here.
That's good.
We lit the torches at our house, Joe. We have torches that line the swimming pool. It's amazing. Not tiki torches, literal torches, like the Olympic flame.
They're calling you El Piojo.
I'll take it.
Mike El Piojo Jimenez. Look at Soccer Talk. Good morning, Piojo Jimenez.
Just a week and a half left of Soccer Talk, and then we get to put it to bed.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Soccer's been entertaining, man.
It is what it is.
It's been entertaining. I liked it. You didn't watch the Team Mexico versus England?
Hey, 3 goals in like 5 minutes was pretty cool yesterday. About damn time. We're rising together on a game day for Team USA taking on Belgium tonight in the World Cup, the round of 16. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by P.F. Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. Hope everyone had a fantastic 4th of July weekend. We had an amazing time, very patriotic here in Conroe in the 836. Joe is in the 210. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good. There wasn't a single drop of pee in the pool, huh?
No, man, we kept it classy here at the Jimenez house over here, man. So today I'm doing the show in my office because Chico's walking around. He has the day off over here. So, but no, we had a fantastic time. We had her coworkers come by. I had some friends that live in Houston that swung on by. Probably about 25, 30 people. We did karaoke at the swimming pool.
Oh, nice.
Everyone swam. We barbecued. I made burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. My brother-in-law made a brisket. It was an amazing time, dude. We had a fun time. What did you do for the 4th?
Work. I went to work. I had to go to work on the 3rd. I was supposed to be off, but I got put on call. So I showed up to work 4 hours. And then after that, Sean and Alex and everybody was like, hey, show up to the Helotes fairgrounds over here. We're going to be parked across the street and we're going to watch some fireworks. So I got out of work and I went over there and I hung out with them for a little bit. And we got to see the fireworks. That was great. Then on the 4th of July, I went into work for another 6 hours, then got out and then got to hang out for a little bit. I was tired and I even had to work yesterday too. So I was working all weekend, dude.
Oh, brutal. We had a fun time. It was the No Joe barbecue over here in Conroe. But everyone watching World Cup, I mean, it's going to wind down. There's only 12 teams left in the World Cup, United States being one of them. The two other host countries, Canada and Mexico, got bounced over the weekend. Fantastic match that we saw yesterday between Mexico and England. We're going to get into Team USA in a little bit. Also, the controversy about one of the players being brought back after a red card. We'll get into that. But before the match started, what did I tell everybody? We have this group text right here, but a lot of the listeners of the Area 210 podcast. We're in this group text, right? We go back and forth about various sports topics, right? What did I say before the match started? I was like, there's no way Mexico's going to win. No way in a million years. Why? Because these 5'7" guys aren't going to beat those 6'4" dudes across the pitch, man. And it was a very exciting match. 35 minutes, it was scoreless. England gets on the board. kind of stuns Mexico for a minute there because they hadn't given up a goal all World Cup. They'd gone like four matches without a goal given up. They'd won 12 international matches in a row leading into this scenario. And then they gave up a goal 45 seconds later, Joe. And we all thought, game over. Just take down the tents. It's over. It's 2-0. But then Mexico comes back, makes it 2-1. England gets back on the board in the second half, 3-1. Game over, right? Match over. No, Mexico comes back, makes it 3-2. Red card, it cuts them down to just 10 guys. And it's like, man, you got like 20 minutes to make something happen, plus the 10 minutes of the extra play time at the end. And Mexico just could not get that third goal. They fall 3-2 in Mexico City, Joe.
So what? Mexico is just a bunch of dudes, Mike.
Well, what I'm saying is that at some point physics takes over, man. And I'm sorry, man. I just could not see. And everyone's like, well, Messi's 5'7". He's the best player. Well, if everybody in Argentina is 5'7", you would have something to be said there, right? Everybody in the chat was like, well, Jalen Brunson's 6'2". Yeah, well, he had like 4 other 7-footers behind him. What I'm saying is that size matters on the pitch or any sport, for crying out loud. So when I saw England stand up against the Mexican players, I was like, there's no way those Mexican players are going to beat those guys. They had a chance. A couple of headers went the wrong way. Dude, England's goalie had 3 of the best saves that we've seen all World Cup yesterday. So it's not to say that Mexico didn't have a chance, but just from the optics perspective of a person who's a casual to the sport, I looked at it and I thought to myself, Mexico had no chance. They fell 3-2.
Yeah. You know, the one thing that I saw in this match between Mexico and England was how quickly England scored. Back-to-back goals in the span of like 12 seconds, dude. It was ridiculous. They right away put Mexico on their heels and they were stunned. But Mexico, they still kept it together. They fought back. And even shortly after they were down 2-0, they were able to score a goal, and then it was 2-1. It was a very highly contested game, but ultimately, England just did enough to go ahead and win this game in Azteca Stadium.
Well, the carelessness that was the second goal for England, that is what we need to talk about a little bit because Mexico went into this. They went into group play without giving up a goal, right? They advanced to the round of 16, still haven't given up a goal. And then they finally get scored on by England. Very next play, very next possession, Mexico carelessly turned the ball over. And it was a weird scenario because you don't see this very often in soccer where you see someone get pickpocketed. I mean, it's kind of like in the NBA when you have a point guard go to the left and you just pick their pocket one way and then you go the distance. It was basically the second goal was basically uncontested.
Yeah.
It was a steal in midfield. And I think that Mexico's team was just stunned that they had given up a goal, and then they gave up 2 goals in 30 seconds, which was remarkable. By the way, I'm watching the first half on my iPhone at TJ Maxx with 3 other people hovering over my shoulder, peeking in. So I'm doing this so we could all watch it. I watched the second half at home, by the way. But it was a fun match to watch. We're down to 12. I'm going to push back on what people were saying in our text, though, because everyone was like, well, you see, the United States outlasted the other host countries. No, they didn't. In order for the United States to outlast the other countries, they need to win today. Because if they lose tonight to Belgium, they did no better than Mexico, no better than Canada. Just because the schedule points out that the USA plays on Monday, Canada on Saturday, and Mexico on Sunday does not mean that the United States outlasted those other teams. It doesn't. We're in the same round. So stop with that crap. We did not outlast anybody yet unless they beat Belgium tonight. We lose tonight, it's no different than Canada losing on Saturday. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't care if there's just 12 teams left. There's 12 teams left, yeah, but 8 of them are in the quarterfinals. Or 4 of them are in the quarterfinals. 8 of them are still in the round of 16. So, no. Sorry. Not going to happen.
And I mean, unfortunately, things just didn't go well for Mexico. And Sean was saying Mexico dominated. Well, they didn't, Sean, because they lost. And the thing is that England also they were down a man. They only had 10 men on the pitch, right? Because somebody got a red card, went ahead and immediately got ejected from the game. And even then, Mexico still was not able to capitalize on that disadvantage. I mean, there's Kane, Harry Kane from England. He's probably their best player there on the team. Everybody loves Kane. But they advanced. Mexico advances, and then the goalie, man, or the goalkeeper, should we say, for Team Mexico, dude. This was his last game, man. He was in shambles, Mike. Dude was crying, legit emotional after
Hmm.
the game, man. You feel bad for him. They did everything they could, but ultimately, I mean, England won. You could see him
Uh,
here too, dude. He's just, Ochoa, Memo Ochoa, one of the greats. His last game.
the average height difference, Joe, was 3 inches. I'm looking at the average height for an England player was 6'1". The average height for a Mexican player was 5'10", and several of them were 5'6" and 5'7". I'm sorry, and I know that Sean reaches out to us and says, "You don't know soccer. It's all about heart and all that stuff." Yeah, dude, it's all about physics too. That plays a really big part in
Oh
sports.
my God, here we go, Sean. Y'all don't know soccer. Okay, Sean. Okay.
Yeah, I was right yesterday. By the way, them playing, I didn't realize that the elevation of Mexico City was nearly 8,000 feet. We're talking about Mile High Stadium, Denver being a mile high city at 5,280 feet, nearly 8,000. That's a mile and a half, man. That's crazy.
Look at we're talking about the legend, and here comes Mike with height statistics.
It mattered, didn't it?
Jeez. Nothing but short kings on the pitch.
Well, I mean, you look at Mexico's team, right? So I'm looking at Mexico's squad here. This is according to ESPN.com. Mexico's squad, they had starters that were 5'6" and 5'7". They were short kings out there, man.
And look what they were saying here. The average height for Norway is about 6'5".
Jesus, man.
Those
So
are a squad of Vikings out there, man, from Norway.
and look at this, if you take out the goalkeepers for Mexico, right? Rangel Acevedo and Ochoa, right? 6'3", 6'3", and 6 foot. Take them out. If the average height is 5'10" for the entire team, but the goalkeepers are 6'3", 6'3", and 6 foot, what does that mean for the ones that are actually moving the ball up and down the field, playing defense? You have Jorge Sanchez at 5'9", Eric Lida at 5'8", Oberlin Pineda 5'7", Alvaro Fidalgo 5'9", Obed Vargas 5'9", Gilberto Mora 5'6", Cesar Huerta 5'7". And you have others, a bunch of 5'8" and 5'9", Alexis Vega, Roberto Alvarado. Dude, if you were on the pitch itself that was not the goalkeeper, you were 5'8". Short Kings, baby. Short Kings. I was cheering for the Short Kings, but dude, physics takes over at some point, man. Real Bobby February saying, "Well, Michael, what are you saying?" I'm just saying that they're too small to compete.
Oh, Mike, no, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They competed. And they were able to win, and they got there to the round, the knockout round there. They advanced.
Okay, they advanced. They advanced. They had that New England Patriots draw. They made their way into the Sweet 16, if you will. But there you go.
Hey, we got an incoming super chat we got to address.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate your 199 super chat. And he was saying, England played
Dun,
Queen.
dun,
Another
dun,
one bites the dust.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I mean, England was favored to win, by the way. So it's not like it was an upset, even though they were playing at Azteca in front of 85,000 fans. They were favored to win, and they advanced. I mean, it is what it is. So everyone's asking, and how do I pronounce that name of that U.S. player that got red carded and might be playing tonight? Balogun. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Valorian Balogun.
Okay. So the appeal is being appealed, right? So over the weekend, we heard that there was an appeal made by the U.S. national team, and there were some sources coming out saying that Donald Trump got involved with it, which either happened or didn't happen because we know that he lies every other word that he says. So maybe he got involved, maybe he didn't, maybe he wants good pub. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that Balogun is expected to be playing today, but ESPN is reporting that Team Belgium has been granted an appeal of the appeal.
Yeah.
So hold up. He might not play after all. ESPN had an article this weekend saying that whether he plays or not, it's a bad look for soccer anyway for him to be. It was a bad look for them to give him the red card in the first place. It was a
Yeah.
bad look for them to grant an appeal, especially if a world leader
They,
got involved in it.
the thing is, if they were going to appeal it, they should have appealed it sooner, right? That's the only gripe that I have because it does look a little shady, right? The way they did things and the way that it comes out. Because these rules are in place for a reason, right? It's not like I would not agree with, hey, he shouldn't have been suspended to begin with, but if they would have done it sooner, it would have been a lot better. Belgium does have a right to appeal and they're upset, rightfully so, but still, I mean, it was basically a bad call, even with the VAR, because the ref's going to go ahead and see it and he's going to see what happened or what transpired on the pitch, but it's in slow motion. It's not in real time, so that's a disadvantage.
It is a disadvantage, but you need to know this right away. Like, why did it take so long? They wait 4 or 5 days between matches, right? Why was the announcement made yesterday, the day before the match, right? Because, like you said, it doesn't take long to review this. We all saw it. They saw it in real time. So now Belgium is coming out trying to appeal the appeal. And what happens at that point if Belgium's appeal gets approved? Where do they come out and get pressure? Because here's the thing about it, man. And this is the one thing that we need to understand about soccer. The most corrupt sport in all of the world is soccer. And I'm not saying that on the field. I'm not saying that between the players. I don't think there's collusion between the players. I don't think that there's people who are losing on purpose, because that happens in the NBA where they gamble on the sport, where they gamble on we have that, whether it be the MLB or NBA. You see some that shave points, whatever the case may be. We saw that with Tim Donaghy, the referee for the NBA, who got busted. That's corruption of a different level, right? That's corruption on the actual field from time to time. Soccer's corruption is not on the field. Okay, they play passionately. They represent their country. They're not going to lay down for money and have their country go against them or disappoint their country on purpose. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the corruption is from who runs the FIBA, FIFA, who runs all that, who decides where the World Cup is going to be played. Why was it in Qatar a few years ago? Why? Because why was it out in the sand in the middle of nowhere?
You don't even follow soccer though, bro. Come on.
I follow the news and money, Joe. What do I do for a living? I make people money,
bro.
And guess what? Guess where a lot of money comes from? Saudi Arabia, Qatar, all that stuff. And
you're doing right now is conspiracy theory talk, bro.
Oh, you show me the X-Files stuff. Go on. Okay, you could have done just press the button once. You have to press it twice. So like FIFA stuff comes out on Wall Street Journal, comes out on The Economist and all that stuff. Why?
Yeah.
Because there's dealing going on under the table for who hosts these events and things like that. That's what I'm saying. So if there's anybody that could be swayed by politics, whether it be by Trump or another foreign leader, it's FIFA, dude. They are corrupt people, dude. They really are. Not the players, not the countries, the people who run it. It's like saying I call the Clippers corrupt. Why do you not get mad when I call the Donald Sterling back in the day? When I call
Mike, you're just going off on a tangent here, bro. We got to.
No, what I'm saying is that it is corrupt. You don't want to hear that, but it's true.
Every sport can be corrupt. Football, basketball, it don't matter, man. It's not just soccer, bro.
But soccer's done on a political level. No, that's the difference.
Here we go.
Everyone else is done on a money level. This is done on a political level.
Speaking of political, we got audio and video of Trump talking to reporters earlier, and this is courtesy of CBS News. This is official. It's not AI generated or anything like that. Got it from a credible source. So let's hear what he had to say, because they were talking with him about, the FIFA red card and all that. So let's hear what he had to tell reporters.
So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well, really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was two guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were two great athletes that got tangled up. And this referee, who is a little bit suspect, if you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. If you'd like, I'll provide you with the past. He made a call that nobody could believe.
So he was just going on saying giving his
which means he did something or he didn't do something.
He went on to say that he did talk with, I guess, the chairman or the head guy for FIFA or whatever. But I mean, maybe he was just saying, look, man, I mean, this was just a bad call, what have you. But other than that, I mean, basically he can't force anybody to do anything. That's up to the committee to decide what they want to do. And at that point in time, what happened is they said they were going to go ahead and rescind the suspension. And now you have Belgium very upset. And not only Belgium, but there's a lot of talk in the soccer world too. Like, these suspensions and these rules are in place because it's part of the game, right?
On a related note, Trump meme coin is now 98%, and investors lost $3.8 billion while he made $600 million. Going on to other things. It is what it is, man. I like if you tell me that he called and he made a difference, or if you told me that he's just lying through his teeth and he didn't make a phone call, we're not going to know. We're not going to know. You can't trust anything that he says. Maybe he made a call. Maybe he didn't. Maybe somebody on the staff made a call. Whatever. There's no press conference you can have with Trump and actually take it seriously. It's just not true.
Well, the UEFA said that FIFA crossed a red line by suspending Florian Balogun.
Who said that, by the way?
The UEFA. So
Okay.
they put out an official statement, and
Now, do
they're
you think
talking about
you really
the
think
same
he's going to
thing.
play today? Do you think he's going to play today?
I think he's going to play today, dude. I think FIFA already made their ruling. I mean, they can go ahead and protest, but ultimately, I think he's going to be on the pitch. Come tip off.
So let me ask you this. USA wins tonight. Do they become the villains?
Of course. You see, the thing is that
Because the United States is not the villain right now. Because you look at like who's still left in there: Spain, France, England. You've got the blue bloods, right? The Dukes and North Carolinas of the world still in it, right? But
Mike, your audio, there it is.
Okay. Hey, Joe, let's give one of our sponsors some love real fast. I need to take this real fast. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right. P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. All right, and we give a shout out to P.F. Chang's La Cantera. Appreciate everything they do, and they also power the chat that everybody's using here. So shout out to Sean Quintero and P.F. Chang's. If you want to go out to the P.F. Chang's La Cantera area, go out there, make sure you talk with Sean Quintero, and also let him know the Area 210 sent you. So let's go ahead and move on here. Mike's out, so this was an episode where we should have got some of the Necios in here so we could go ahead and talk soccer, a little bit of soccer. Or that Argentinian game, man, that was great against Capa Verde. We're watching that one, man. That was the little engine that could, because you had the underdog, and everybody loves an underdog, but they went out there and they gave Argentina everything they could handle. So that was an amazing game to watch, especially if you're a steward of the game. You know, you love watching soccer. It was amazing to go ahead and see that Cape Verde game.
Oh, that was great, by the way. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
I mean, they got the heroes welcome. They flew back to their island nation, and it was very reminiscent of the Spurs fans greeting the Spurs back in the day. Cape Verde wasn't going to go that far. That was the Cinderella team, but to see them go toe to toe with was it Argentina that they played, and that was just
Yeah.
going back and forth, and you wanted that to go to penalty kicks. You wanted to see that one end in a more dramatic fashion because the way that it was Cape Verde seemed to be they were put to bed, came back to life, put to bed, came back to life, put to bed, came back to life. That was the most fun match out of all the ones that we've seen, for me anyway, of this World Cup.
Wow. I just saw that we had some breaking news.
What do we got?
I'm gonna go ahead and check on that. You go ahead and talk, but I mean, that Cape Verde game was really good.
Oh no, it was fantastic, man. And like I said, I am a casual when it comes to soccer, but it's just one of those things where you get captivated by the storyline. And the storyline was you have the Cinderella squad from Cape Verde who had gone to who fought Spain to a draw in the first round of the group play. It was fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch these nations. But at the end of the day, Joe, just like March Madness, at the end of the day, you might have some upsets in the round of 64, the round of 32 in March Madness. But at the end of the day, typically when you get to the quarterfinals, the Elite Eight, the Final Four,
Yeah.
it's the big boys that are still standing. And that's why we see France there, England, Argentina, the winner of U.S., Belgium. The big boys are going to be standing there when it's all said and done.
Oh man, everybody likes to make fun of your soccer analysis here.
Oh, casuals do crap on sports. What are you talking
No.
about? That's the whole
Yeah.
point about being a casual.
And we do have some breaking news. So this one's from Shamshir Naya. So it says free agent Rui Hachimura, it says, has agreed to a 2-year deal worth $28 million to sign with the Los Angeles Clippers, as what he's saying per sources telling him over at ESPN.
Yeah, that's $3 million less than what Tobias Harris got to join the Spurs. We hear this storyline about how the Spurs were in play for Rui Hachimura. I mean, that was the report over the weekend. But they went with Tobias Harris because Tobias Harris said no to Detroit and was willing to go. It is possible, Joe, that the Spurs just simply wanted to improve the team, and maybe they wanted Rui Hachimura, but maybe the Spurs wanted just simply to get something, get somebody. Who were the ones that they could have gotten? John Collins. They could have gotten Rui Hachimura, Tobias Harris. There are a lot of other players that they could have gotten. But someone needs to come out and raise their hand and say that they want to play for San Antonio. And maybe, just maybe, Hachimura was wanting to stay in LA. He played for the Lakers. He gets to go and basically just go down the street and play for the Clippers. Maybe he just wants to be in Southern California. Maybe he's not about winning. Maybe this was just a decision to make because he likes the culture there in LA, and he just wanted to stay in Southern California. Did the Spurs get better by getting Tobias Harris? Yes. Did it solve all their needs? No.
You see, but this is the thing that Spurs fan always fails to realize. Yes, you want a certain player. You want the team to sign a certain player, but that player also has to want to play in San Antonio. Maybe
Right.
that wasn't the deal with Rui Hachimura. He wanted to stay in LA. So he took a team-friendly deal to go ahead and move from LA, from the Los Angeles Lakers over to the LA Clippers, still staying in the Los Angeles area.
And he loses about $5 million doing that or maybe $3 million losing that because he's playing in California, the high state income tax that he wouldn't have in Texas.
Yeah.
But I mean, for those who are really attuned to that, he is Asian. There's a bigger Asian community there in LA, California area. Maybe he just wanted to stay.
Yeah.
Spurs had a big move over the weekend, though. Bringing in Billy Donovan.
Yeah, so the Spurs were making some moves over the weekend here, and they brought in an assistant coach. So that was a big piece, I think. If you think about it in terms of what the Spurs could have picked up, and they picked up Billy Donovan, an assistant coach, a lead assistant head coach, that's going to be joining the San Antonio Spurs. That's going to be his role. He's he could be coaching if he wanted to as a head coach on a team here in the NBA. But he's joining the San Antonio Spurs. This is a big pickup for the San Antonio Spurs and the staff.
Well, Sean Sweeney left for the Bulls, so
Yeah.
he was the defensive wizard behind the Spurs. The difference is that Billy Donovan's known for his offense.
Yeah.
Former head coach of the Chicago Bulls, former head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot of experience not only in the professional setting but also in college as well. I mean, this is a big pickup here because what happened to the Spurs? Was it the Spurs defense that failed them in the playoffs? Or was
No.
the offense?
You know what? That offense was frustrating to watch as a fan because especially in that one game when they lost that 28 or 29-point lead they had against the Knicks.
Hmm.
And the reason that they lost it in that second half is because shooting threes from beyond the arc the way that they were in the first half, it wasn't sustainable. And when those shots weren't falling in that second half and they kept shooting them, they shot themselves in the foot. Their offense got stagnant. It wasn't something that was going to be sustainable for 4 full quarters. And we've seen them do that time and time again throughout the season, even in the playoffs, where they caught themselves in trouble because they weren't able to knock down threes. The game of basketball is much more than just shooting 3 pointers. And the Spurs
Hmm.
trying to cheat the offense or having trouble with you know, the defensive set they're putting out there. Usually it's the zone, 3-2 zone that they have trouble with. I think bringing in somebody of the caliber of Billy Donovan will help the team offensively. Maybe they can find ways to go ahead and score and run their offense that's a little bit more efficient than what we saw here in this playoff run.
What I like about this pickup, Joe, is that look at the ages of the Spurs players.
Yeah.
Whether it be Carter Bryant, who's still 19 years old, 20 years old, to Castle and Harper and Wemby being 21, 22, 23, Champagne 25, 26. You have Billy Donovan, who not only has experience as an NBA head coach with Oklahoma City and with the Bulls, but he's also somebody who won the NCAA championship twice with Florida back in 2006 and '07.
Yeah.
You know, he led his team to two championships, won them, led them to four Final Fours in 2006, 7, and 14. Four-time SEC tournament champion, six-time SEC regular season champion. The guy is a Hall of Famer. He literally is in the Basketball Hall of Fame. He also coached Team USA in the FIBA Americas under 18 championships. I mean, this guy has a wealth of experience. And for him to guide Mitch Johnson this early in his career, Mitch Johnson turning 40 years old, trying to guide him into this whole process is a big, big deal. This is the biggest Spurs pickup that they've had all year long. This is a Chip Anglin type of move. When Chip
Yeah.
Anglin left the Spurs for OKC, the Spurs shooting went downward, right? Bringing the Billy Donovan in to kind of help Mitch Johnson get things going and Corliss Williamson, the Spurs have a very, very solid coaching team, very solid squad, and I'm excited about that pickup. It's a big move. It really is a big move.
It is, so I'm happy with that. Maybe Mitch needs a little bit more seniority on his coaching staff because let's be honest, he did great in his first year. He took the team all the way to the NBA finals, but it wasn't enough to win. And at that high of a level in the NBA, when you're a head coach, you're expected to take your team to the finals. And once you get there, the expectation is to win. And in this case, in the Spurs, um, let's say outcome in the NBA Finals wasn't what the fans and the team and the staff expected, right? There was much to be desired there. It still showed that the team is ready to go ahead and take that leap and be in contention to win a championship. But it showed that there was still work to be done. And I think getting
Right.
Billy Donovan helps solidify what needs to be done from an offensive perspective.
There are not a lot of coaches who can coach at the NBA at an elite level and can coach at the college level at an elite level. Usually, you're one or the other, man. And he's been able to manage both ways, and it's a great pickup. Um, because not only do the players get nervous sometimes, not only do the players wet the bed from time to time, the coaching staff can as well. If Billy Donovan was out there, he might have looked at Mitch and said, "What are we doing with Fox out there? Harper's your best player right now.
No.
What are we doing? Why isn't Harrison Barnes on the court to settle everybody down?" Maybe having a mature coach who has won the battles, fought the battles, who's won back-to-back NCAA tournament championships, who has won all those SEC tournaments, who's won at the NBA level as well. Maybe not NBA Finals level, but has won in the NBA. Maybe having that brain in the room is part of the brain trust. Could have gotten Mitch Johnson to save him from himself. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, the Spurs are going to be back in action. So you have Team USA, which is going to be kicking off here their game in the evening. And you also have San Antonio Spurs who'll be back in action or be in action here with the NBA Summer League. And here's the schedule that's on the docket courtesy of ESPN. Spurs are going to be facing the Lakers at 6:30 p.m. And you can see that on ESPN University, which is meaning if you have a subscription to like ESPN Plus, you'll be able to watch the game. But if you need a login, I'm sure Miguelito will help you out there.
Remember when the Spurs sucked and we used to get excited about summer league games?
Yeah.
None of those guys are going to be on the team. I mean, it
you'll
was
have
fun
Carter
last.
Bryant out there, and he'll be playing. So that's something to look forward to.
It was fun last year watching David Jones Garcia, but Joe, what's his name?
Gone.
Gone. None of these guys. These guys are going to be doing what I do for a living. Like right now, they're living their basketball dreams, but at some point, they'll be selling insurance like me.
No.
But what they won't be able to do is help them make more money. Give me a call, 210 508 0369, 210 508 0369. I do people's retirement accounts, investments, insurances. Was working with a woman today who retired after 40 years at her company in San Antonio, rolling over her 401k and kind of investing it for her so that she can not only make more money, but have that money last to her entire retirement. Give me a call if you have any questions about retirement planning, investments, life insurance, long-term care, disability. 210 508 0369, 210 508 0369. And a lot of my clients, Joe, I will let you know, actually get a better return than the actual market and indexes because what I look for various investment instruments out there that give an amplified effect. They give a higher return than what the market gives. You got to go find them. They're not everywhere. You got to go find them, but I do. 210 508 0369.
There you go.
Joe, Summer League, give me many minutes of Summer League I'm going to watch this year.
How many? 0. And look at they're saying Garcia isn't gone, Mike.
Didn't he sign with Orlando?
I don't think yet. I think that was a rumor, man. I don't know if that's legit yet, Mike.
Oh, well. Does it matter if he's here?
Oh God.
I'm going to look him up right now. Did he sign? And if he isn't gone, guess who will be?
Oh.
Gone. Like, where's he going to be on the roster, Joe? Like how many of his position are we going to keep? I like the guy. He's 24 years old. I like him. I like the story. He's 6'4", so he's kind of a combo guard. He's a scorer more than anything else. Is he going to play ahead of Castle? No. Is he going to play ahead of Carper? No. Vassell? No. Fox? No. I mean, he was behind Jordan McLaughlin last year. He's not going to be part of the team this year. He may as well be gone.
Look at the summer league. League Warriors ripped our boys a new one. Garcia isn't gone.
I don't even know what to call that segue.
Jeff Garcia. They're saying call Jeff Garcia. Jones Garcia is better than Fox. Well, here's the schedule I was going to show everybody in case you're wanting to know what time Team USA is going to be playing today. There you go. You have Portugal and Spain. It's on the docket there. Then you have USA and Belgium.
Portugal, Spain, they're literal neighbor countries, man. That'd be like U.S. playing Mexico. They're right next to each
Yeah.
other. That's a big deal. Spain's going to kick their ass, by the way.
No, Mike.
España, my Sancha team. And Team USA. Here's the controversy that I want to see, Joe. That Balogun or whatever his name is. Watch him get a goal, game-winning goal tonight, and then the controversy of that dude shouldn't have been playing. That's good. And then all of a sudden, Team USA becomes the villain when it comes to it all, and then we get thumped 4-1 in the quarters. That's what's going to happen. So let's see him get a goal tonight. Let's see the striker get a goal. But let me ask you this, Joe.
Yeah.
Let's say that Team USA wins tonight, beats Belgium, goes to the quarterfinals. Would that be acceptable for USA fans? Like, hey, great performance. We made it to the quarterfinals. Further, we've been in whenever, maybe forever. Is kind of like, did they exceed expectations if they get to the quarterfinals, even if they get thumped in the quarters?
Here's the thing with Team USA: whether they win or lose tonight, they're going to be looked upon as a villain, right? Because of what's going on, the controversy surrounding Falorian Balgon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they win, they're going to be like, well, the only reason they won is because they rescinded the red card suspension. He shouldn't
Right.
have been playing to begin with. It's kind of a tainted win. Should they lose and they still have
Mhm.
Balgon in there, it's going to be looked upon the same way. It's like the USA is not going to be respected in the sense of some of these other teams, right? Because
Asterisks is what
everybody
you're
hates
saying.
them. Yeah,
It's
basically.
gonna be the asterisk season, the asterisk match.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Joe.
It's like
I
it's not
agree.
a win-win. It's not a win-win situation for the US if they win or lose.
My favorite part of the whole Trump part of it, Walt, was the whole he's a very suspect official. Like he follows soccer enough to do that, dude.
No, he's more into like UFC, boxing kind of thing. Combat sports is more his forte. He's really good friends with the guy who heads up UFC, so he's always over there with him.
Trying to get the Spurs logo in the background, Joe.
Oh God.
I got to get a Cuts by Jones action going on over here, man.
Yeah,
That's what I
you need
want,
one.
man.
You need one. But
Hey,
again, Spurs fans are all excited, because Spurs are still going to be playing basketball in the summer league, and if you want to see them, you'll watch and just keep an eye out on the prospects that the Spurs have over in the summer league, and it's just something that people like watching and checking out. Like it
I
doesn't really
mean,
have any
just
bearing.
check out the rookies,
Yeah, I
and
mean, you get your first look at the rookies, you get your first look at these prospects. So that's what enamors people to watch these summer league games, because you get to see some of the top prospects that have gotten picked right in the NBA draft in action, and that's the real reason that people go and watch these games.
yeah, I mean that's fun when the Spurs suck, and you're looking for hope. You're looking for somebody like a diamond in the rough, but
Yeah,
these guys aren't going to be playing for the Spurs, and they might wear Spurs jerseys. They might get
some of
Spurs
them might. I
contracts.
mean, but they'll be in the
They'll
G
get
League.
they'll get 2 to 4 minutes. They'll get G League. None of these guys are going to be part of the rotation next
No,
year.
they'll be in the G League, Mike. I mean, nothing wrong
Colossal
with
waste
that.
of time at this point. When the
Oh,
Spurs
Mike.
suck and you need Carter Bryant to go off, and you're going to go see Wemby play in the summer league. Remember Wemby played in the summer league and he got attacked by Britney Spears. That is it was worth watching. But to say that I'm going to watch the summer league to see if there's any talent that could play for the Spurs this year, the Spurs are an NBA Finals team. Nobody nobody on this is going to make the rotation. Carter Bryant might be out of the rotation when it's all said and done because Tobias Harris is on the
Yeah.
team. A lot of Spurs fans were a little bit perturbed over the weekend or over the past week or so when there were all these, posts by Spurs fans out there saying Spurs projected starting lineup and they had Tobias Harris in there. And he had Spurs fans going in there going, what do you mean Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris was brought in to be a backup or take over Kelly Olynyk's spot. Dude, Tobias Harris is playing 26, 30 minutes next year. And he's taking those minutes from somebody else. And guess who's the dead man walking right now, Joe?
Yeah.
Would that dead man be walking the sixth man of the year? Our good friend Keldon Johnson in a contract year. We're going to be hearing those Keldon trade talk rumors at some point this year, Joe.
Jeez.
Expiring contract. Get a little something for Keldon. They're not going to resign him. Tobias Harris's signing was the goodbye to Keldon Johnson, is what that was. And isn't that sad? He went from being sixth man of the year, hoisting up the trophy at the beginning of the first round of the playoffs, to 4 weeks later, everyone wanted him gone. How sad was that?
Yeah. It's what it is, man. Everybody's talking about Tobias Harris sucks. JH at his peak. He ain't a fan.
He's just old. I mean, he still has tread on the tires. He shoots threes at a pretty decent clip.
He's just a model 2 years older, 2 years newer than the Harrison Barnes that we have.
No,
It's
he and
another
Barnes are
Corolla,
the
bro.
same. He and Barnes are the same age.
It's another Corolla, bro. That's all that is.
He's a Honda Accord. He'll give him his own
It's a Corolla.
his own model.
It's the same thing. The same.
Mario Cavazos is asking, what if they bring in DeMar DeRozan if he gets cut? I mean, DeRozan wants to play again. The
But
Spurs
here's the
need
thing,
scoring.
though. If you bring in DeMar DeRozan, who are you getting rid of on the staff that you have right now? Right? What player are you going to get rid of? Because if you're going to get DeMar DeRozan, that would signal that what? DeMar is what is he going to do? Is he going to be a starter? He's going to come off the bench. He has to be okay with coming over here, right, to play for the Spurs, and more than likely coming off the bench. And then whose minutes is he going to absorb? Who are you getting rid of?
Well, you don't have to get rid of anybody because the roster spot's still there. It's just who do you get rid of on the rotation?
Exactly. Like
Keldon.
whose minutes is he going to absorb? Would that be
Keldon.
Keldon?
That'd be Keldon.
But he was your sixth man of the year.
Only so much he can do, man. He's always been undersized, man. He looked like Team Mexico yesterday in the playoffs, going up against England or going up against the Knicks. He just wasn't of the size that was needed, man. Turner Analysis is still pissed off right now that Rui Hashimura took California instead of the Spurs. California sucks, he says.
He's
California does
gonna
not
have to
suck.
wanna
California's
play
fun.
over here. If he already has a home, he has his family there. Why is he going to want to uproot them and come all the way to San Antonio and play for the Spurs if he can just kick back and stay there because he don't want to be in San Antonio?
And again, he's Asian, and there's no Asian population of much note in San Antonio.
Spurs fans get all enamored with these players and, they should play here. They're going to want to win a championship. They should play with Wemby and this. But you know what? That player has to want to be here. That's the big deal seller, right? It's said player that you want. You're like, hey, let's get Rui Hachimura. We can have him here. We don't need Tobias Harris. The player has to want to come play here for San Antonio too. Has to be a good fit. Tobias Harris doesn't move the needle all that much. I get that. But, I mean, you look at it in hindsight, and it's not a bad pickup. You get a veteran player, somebody who has experience.
He made the team better.
He's not going to be that elite player that you're going to need. Oh, this is that piece that's going to push us over the edge. It's just a smart move. That's all it is.
JHNSB says 29% three-point shooter in the playoffs. Is he a decent clip? He's a 38 to 39% three-point shooter for his career, including last year, which was at 36.5%. So you want to take a small sample size of 8 games, have at it. The sample size should be a lot bigger than that. I mean, but that's the thing, man. You're not going to have all-stars on the bench. Why is everybody bitching about Keldon or Tobias Harris or DeMar DeRozan and all that? They are bench players. They're not going to be playing 40 minutes a game.
I don't know.
If they were that good, they wouldn't be playing for $14 million. They'd be playing for $40 million or more.
So Tobias
Uh,
Harris isn't going to be in the starting lineup. You said he was a starter, Mike.
yeah, he probably will be a starter. Every game he has played since 2016, 2017 season, every game, look at his stats. Every game he's played since 16, 17, he has started. They may have brought him over to take over for Champagne.
Dark Aeons. We have PF Chang's for Rui.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
Again, it goes into the fact that San Antonio is what? Poor city that no one wants to go to.
Mike,
You're 20, if you're 25 years old and you're an African American star or an Asian star in basketball, why would you want to go play in San Antonio? The only draw is maybe I get to play with Wemby. But you have to want to live there. You don't want to be there. Now, a lot of players have fallen in love with San Antonio over time. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Manu Ginobili fell in love with San Antonio, and they made San Antonio home. Tony Parker, at the end of the day, up and left. Tony Parker hasn't been in San Antonio in what, 5 years? He might have been there for Pop's, name being put to the rafters.
Yeah.
But Tony Parker ain't going back to San Antonio. But Ginobili lives there for much of the year. Robinson still does. Tim Duncan can live anywhere in the world, but he and Vanessa Macias lived there in San Antonio because they fell in love with the city.
I was going to show
But not everyone's going to fall in love with the city, man. It is what it is.
You know how you're always saying, Mike, that you're sneaky athletic, right?
Yeah.
Look at what happened to this brother. This is Jordan Henderson. He fractured his arm after jumping the advertising board. He's going to miss the rest of the World Cup. Look at that. That's sneaky athleticism for you right there.
Oh, who's he with?
Woo, bro.
Who's he with? In Norway?
I think it's Swiss.
Oh, Switzerland?
Swiss
Oh, man,
Norway.
that's so bad.
That's sneaky athleticism, Mike. Like, he got his foot caught or something, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
he
foot
just
in his
slipped.
knee. Oh, that's
brutal,
man.
bro. He was an English soccer player, dude.
And Tony Nala says the man from Conroe. Well, I
was
mean,
playing for England, dude. It says England's Jordan Henderson requires wrist surgery, set to miss rest of the World Cup. That was 3 hours ago.
He's with England. Apparently.
Woo. That did not look good.
Hey, Joe, I read an article, Joe, that Kanye West's concert in San Antonio on the 4th of July was the biggest money-making concert in San Antonio history.
And what happened?
Is that true?
What happened? Gina was like, nope, I don't want him here. I don't want him here. Shut up, Gina. Isn't she complaining about money? She wants to defund the botanical gardens and everything. She's barely figuring out that San Antonio's what, Mike?
Not rich.
I'm like, come on, Gina. She was supposed to fix the pothole problem, sustainable, affordable housing and everything. All she's done is alienate everybody. She's pissed everyone off. She's talking about saving money, but yet the city has to go ahead and pay 10 grand a month because she can't keep people on staff to help her. Everybody quits.
Everybody does, and she has to hire outside firms to handle her PR.
Jeez.
I mean, first part of PR should be stand on a box when you're on KSAT being interviewed by Myra Arthur. Myra Arthur is towering over you. It's a bad look to be 4'6". Stand up.
They had these fools, man. They were lined up out at the concert, dude. Before the concert even started, I think the line started forming like at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, dude, that's great, man. It looked good though, man. The still photos and the videos that came out of the Alamo Dome looked pretty good. We always say Alamo Dome could never. Alamo Dome delivered, dude. It was good.
Oh, look at Dark Eons. I guess all the 60K there were all racist.
No, but I was reading that that the majority of ticket holders for that concert were outside of the 210, which means that they were booking hotels, staying on the Riverwalk, and stuff
doing
like that.
What? Pumping money into the economy.
Pumping money into the economy, and Gina could never.
And look at Tony Ornelas says, actually, Joe, Gina cared for potholes more than Project Marvel. Yeah, she wanted to pull the funding from Project Marvel to fill the pothole problem and to go ahead and use the funds for all these other projects, which she's so stupid. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Do better, Gina. Read the rules. Read the
Sam
rule
says they
book.
came. Sam says they came from New York City.
Oh man, you know what I'm gonna miss, Mike? I'm gonna miss my Twitter feed or my X feed, getting graced by all the beautiful Latinas wearing the Mexico jerseys on match day, man.
Oh, pour one out. You know
Pour
what?
one out, dude.
That deserves a grito. The Viva Mexico one.
Viva Mexico. All right,
Yeah.
we'll give them the dog barking one.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Gonna be a damn shame if all three host countries lose on the same round, Joe. Well, one's got to make it to the quarterfinals. That'd be Team USA, the only one still left.
Yeah. Only one still left, man. Still in the mix here. And we did have some stuff coming in from the media share. Let's go ahead and get to that too, because I don't want to just get it buried. They
Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party!
yeah, they wanted us to do that for Team USA. And this is Jason. Jason was sending us this. England prevails. Oh my God. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
So does everyone's okay? USA loses tonight. Basically, lets the
Okay. Mike. Mike left us, man. The feds got you, Mike.
talk crap about Trump, and all of a sudden I get my internet knocked off. Very, very nice.
Oh, look at Myra says Trump cut him off. Oh my God.
I knew I saw Cheeto dust someplace.
Thinking Spurs
Yeah.
will move to Vegas. Thanks, Mike.
They don't have to go to Vegas. All you got to do is go up north to Austin.
Well, where are they trying to play? If you look and see what they were asking, they're asking the city council again for permission to host 4 away games. They want to host one in Austin. I think they're going to host another one over in Mexico. They want to host one in France and one in the UK somewhere.
I don't see the problem.
But they have to go and ask for permission. So there you go.
Well, they have to ask for permission because the city charter with the Spurs has the Spurs playing 39 of the 41 games in San Antonio. So the permission is to lower that 39 to 38 to 37. They have to go ask for permission for that.
Yeah.
And San Antonio has used those 2 for what? Austin. But now the city of San Antonio, the Spurs are going, well, we want those Austin games. We also want Mexico City. We also want Paris. And I don't see the issue. Under the current contract, maybe after the new arenas gets built, but if they're playing at the Frost Bank Center, they want to go play a game in Paris or a couple of games in Paris like they did last year. Why would you say no?
It's just helping the brand,
Right.
grow global exposure. I mean, these are things that you have to do if you have a professional sports team, right, in your city. They have to go ahead and go out there and they have to go ahead and expand the market. It's good for business, not only for the city, but also for the brand itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Spurs are bigger than just San Antonio, bigger than just being here in America. Basketball is a global sport as well. Has a big
Right.
draw in other countries. So, this goes in line with them wanting to go ahead and extend the branch of friendship, Mike, especially over in like France and the UK and stuff like that.
Dude, and I saw it, man.
Yeah.
Here's Chica and I travel. We went to Barbados. Guess what we saw? Basketball jerseys over there. What team did we see? Spurs jerseys out there.
Wemby.
Wemby jerseys. We even saw Sohan jerseys out there. You go to France, you start talking to people, they get excited about Wemby. They talk to you about Wemby. So they cheer for the Spurs over there. So that's part of the brand. Mexico City, dude. You go to Mexico City, they cheer for the Spurs over there. So I understand that the idea of expanding the brand because San Antonio is too small of a market
Yeah.
to be very, very successful if you're owning the Spurs. You
Maybe
need to
the
own a
Spurs
territory.
maybe the
You need
Spurs
to-
want to go out there, right? To go to these other countries, right? Because maybe they're looking to go ahead and bring in some brands from said countries to kind of help solidify the lacking of sponsorship that resides here in San Antonio.
the Spurs should play a preseason game in the RGV. They should play a preseason game in Corpus.
Corpus can or host, should I say, a game
A
there. That
preseason
would be
game.
cool.
We're
That
not
would be
saying a regular
cool.
season game.
Yeah.
A preseason game should be in Corpus at A&M-CC campus, and they should have one at UT Pan Am in McAllen
Yeah.
by far.
And we do have some incoming super chats, and these are from Jason Garcia. We appreciate it, Jason.
Money talks.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate your $9.99 super chat coming in this evening or this morning, should I say?
Yeah, it says the World Cup should be a final wake-up call for San Antonio. How many Super Bowls, college playoff games, and other major events pass San Antonio because the Alamo Dome is not an attraction? Well, I mean, the Alamo Dome is basically 33 years old, right? I mean, Henry
Yeah.
Cisneros has been gone for a while, a long time, man. It's been a long time since the dome was put up. I am not somebody who's going to say knock the dome and say the dome was not a positive. The dome has been a net positive for the city of San Antonio,
Yeah.
even though it didn't bring in baseball or football or anything like that. But it brought the Final Fours, it brought March Madness, it brought a lot of events to San Antonio that we never would have gotten. It's been a net positive. But guess what you need to do, Joe?
Yeah.
Strap some dynamite all around it and blow it the F up.
The renderings look good, Mike. They're gonna make it look better than what it does right now. And
Dude, the inside sucks. Dude, you gotta break it down to the studs. The
Mike,
inside
there's
sucks.
absolutely nothing they can do for the inside. It's all
Nothing.
concrete, dude. There's nothing they can do.
You know what it reminds me of?
Hmm.
I remember going to a Cowboys game in the early '90s when the Cowboys played at Texas Stadium. That was the crappiest football field I've ever been to in my entire life.
Which one?
Texas Stadium.
Oh God! 'Cause it
Remember
was
the one?
incomplete?
The Texas Stadium was a high school football stadium masquerading as an
Oh.
NFL stadium. The ones that Staubach played in, you know, the TV show Dallas, dun,
The
dun,
hole in the roof.
dun, dun, all that stuff. That stadium was the worst stadium I've ever been to in my entire life. Like the Alamo Dome is better than Texas Stadium used to be. It's awful.
And we got another incoming super chat from Jason.
Hey, breakdown.
Here comes the money.
Breakdown saying replace the Alamo Dome with something similar to NRG. God,
Oh,
in a
God.
million years, that would
And
never
Jason's
happen.
$9.99 super chat. Thank you, Jason. He was saying, Myra, did you get the Louis Vuitton bag because of the Mexico loss? What was your end of the bet? Asking for a silver tooth kid because Myra was posting yesterday that if Team Mexico won, that she was going to get a Louis bag.
Nice.
But of course they did not. So
Now she was going to get it on her own, or we're going to get somebody to get it for
no,
her.
one of their friends over there was making a bet with her. And look at Tony.
Oh,
Hernandez.
I see.
Poor city, no water. Corpus. The mayor of Corpus Christi actually came out and said they were running out of water.
Yeah.
They're running out of water. I saw that breakdown. 1984 replace the Alamo Dome with something similar in size to NRG Stadium. Mike was like, when you went to NRG, what did you say, Mike? The
was
Alamo
like a-
Dome could never.
Dude. Like in Vegas terms, it was like walking into like the Venetian and going to the Alamo Dome is like lots of fun.
You were there. You were too busy
circus,
stuffing your
circus.
face with freaking. Was it the wings?
The wings,
They're delicious, by the way.
the Kinder wings. Chica still gets mad at me about that. That's the funniest thing, man. She's like, "You inhaled those wings. You didn't even give me a bite."
Yeah. You didn't give him nothing. You didn't give her nothing. And this is something I wanted to play too, because they're talking about what this means for the USA, right? With the soccer talk with Valgon, right? Uh, Coming back in, his suspension's kind of like been rescinded by FIFA, and this is coming from CBS Sports Golazo. So we'll go ahead and show this. It kind of gives an explanation of things.
Is blown right now, and I think every single person tuning in, every single person hearing this news, you and I had the same reaction. Our jaws are on the ground because I've never seen anything like this happen in our recent memory at a FIFA World Cup. This is, in my opinion, the biggest off-field decision, the biggest off-field news at this World Cup, and one of the biggest ones in the history of the game in the VAR era. So there's two schools of thought in this for me. If you're a U.S. soccer fan, as you said, or U.S. football fan, you will be over the moon. Because for me, Flo Balogun has been the best player for the U.S. men's national team. But this is dangerous territory for me. In the beginning, I've always said this, it was never a red card. Yes, you could argue dangerous play, but common sense tells you that never should have gone to the monitor. I stand by this. They got the call wrong from the beginning. But now this is where it becomes dangerous, because if you can make this call, I'm saying this as a neutral, not as someone who's an advocate for U.S. soccer. If you make this call, I'm curious what other calls FIFA is willing to make in the knockout round of the World Cup.
See, and that's where it gets a little dicey.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have that player from England is going to miss a game. It's the next bet for having a red card last night against Mexico. I mean, do red cards matter anymore? I guess is what we're saying.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Joe, have we given love to our good friends over at Hard Rock?
No, we have not, but we can now.
Yeah.
The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio, is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views, along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. All right.
Very nice.
Shout out to the Hard Rock Cafe. Thank you for being a sponsor. We appreciate everything they do. And we had a great NBA draft party, NBA draft watch party out there, should I say.
Joe, in watching the World Cup matches, and I know that Wemby's trying to bring that soccer atmosphere to San Antonio with the jackals and the drum and all that stuff. Seeing the way that Norway does it, the Viking, seeing England do it, all that stuff.
The jackals
We're not
could
doing
never.
The jackals could never.
You need to take notes, bro. They need to take notes.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Like the best that the jackals could do is ole 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 ole, stupid. Meantime, you have 50,000 people doing the row. The big ass MF and biking up there.
Haglin. Mike saw that. And he's like, the jackals could never.
I know. So they are to what NRG is to what the jackals are to the Alamo Dome. Okay, that's the correlation between the two. They call them the.
Let me show it, dude. That way.
Yeah. So bad.
Oh my God, Mike, you on one today, dude.
You could never do this at the Alamo Dome or the Frost Bank Center.
Here we go. That's how you do it, Mike. Oh my
We
god.
got the
dude.
Timu version of that with the Jackals.
Oh my. Oh my god, dude. Look, I did this first a Spurs clap when they did
They
that.
did this.
Oh my god. That is awesome, dude, to see that by Norway, you know.
Yeah. Those guys are huge, by the way.
Look at JH and his me. Jackals could never. I'm embarrassed for them. I don't even watch soccer. The stupid, stupid. Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
look up Norway's soccer team height. What do you think it is?
Timu. God.
6'2" is the average Norway men's team's height. Erling Haaland being 6'4.5". That's funny.
Sam. The World Cup exposed the Jackals for what they really are, frauds. Welcome to SG activity. Oh my god. I knew you were gonna say something as soon as I saw that, Norway team and them doing the row, especially when I saw that their player Haglund go out there and get the crowd going. I'm like, oh man, here it comes on Monday. I'm just waiting for that to happen.
Anytime we got a super skinny Wemby going out there with the drum. Why the clap? Like, why? I mean, couldn't we do something different? What would be a San Antonio thing?
Oh God, dude. Joy-Con Drift King Jackal's going to sing Wonderwall after Spurs games next year. No, you know what they should sing after Spurs gear? After a Spurs win, should I say? San Antonio.
Okay, so though they have the row,
Oh my God.
fans do that. Everybody, because the clap is lame. The clap is lame.
Yeah.
Um, do the
Fortnite.
Fortnite dance.
No, man. How are you get this is the thing that I have. Like Mike, you
Do the
already have
lasso.
you have this, right? You have these things going on at the Spurs games next year.
Do the
Next
honk.
season. You have the hype squad, which nobody gets hyped for.
Right.
You have the Spurs Jackals that came in, right? And they were popular. But now you have the return of the Silver Dancers. How is there room for all three?
There isn't. There isn't.
Is it a signal of things to come, Mike?
One of them's got to go.
Oh man. And then what are you going to be doing on the show? Playing what? Queen? Another one bites the
The
dust.
dust. The no hype squad. I mean, Sam is saying because they do the clap in Minnesota. So why are we copying?
It's a good question, Mike.
I guess because it makes a sound. A boot stomp makes a sound. I don't know. Well, Joe, the match is tonight. What time? 7:00?
It's 7 o'clock. Yeah, this is 7 o'clock. And I was laughing because I saw this video right now. This reminded me of all the Mexican fans last night after the game. Because they lost, and they had some other fans that they were in shambles, bro. Complete shambles.
Did you see CT's video from the Kanye concert?
No.
Look it up real fast.
You should play it on here? Okay.
Apparently, De'Aaron Fox was at the concert as well. Taking pictures
DAA
with
Ron?
fans. Yeah. So
I'm gonna
CT
put
has some
this
woman
in.
being arrested from the.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy.
This
Like, how do you
happens
get
all the time.
how do you get arrested at a concert?
This happens all the time, dude. I've been to concerts all over San Antonio, and this always happens, dude. San Antonio, where we roll, where we roll.
I mean, 65,000 and that person gets arrested. Like,
It's probably starting fights, arguing. They drank a little too much, you know,
she probably has a kid at home.
or left it with the baby daddy, you know, one of the two.
in the car. The
No,
window was cracked.
no denying this is what do you call that? Nissan Ultima. It's waiting in the parking lot for her somewhere.
Tony Ronaldo says, Pin Road's finest.
Myra said
right.
that was her last night. No, mom,
Okay.
Miss Myra. Myra, man, she drank way too much last night.
Another
She drank
Rafa
way too
saying,
much.
Rafa coming out said another Torta getting arrested at a San Antonio concert. That is funny.
Pin Road's finest. Nothing to see here, right? Right, Rafa? Nothing to see here. Left the kid at the late night daycare on the west side. No, bro. Another torta bites the dust. I mean,
Well,
if you don't appreciate Kanye's music, right? You don't want to.
I saw Kanye West's concert list, like his set list, Joe. Sang 43 songs. Gold Digger not being one of them, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I got to call it a show. Got to get back to work, my man.
All right.
But hope everyone has a fantastic day. Again, Team USA back at it tonight. 12 teams remain in the World Cup. After tonight, there'll be 10. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Everyone have a fantastic day today.
Yeah. And let's go, Team USA. Let's go, baby.
There you
We'll
go.
see you all tomorrow. We're out. Peace.
See ya.